Today, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of St. George. St. George was a Roman soldier who never renounced his faith and was martyred, and he is also known as the patron saint of the military and soldiers. He was born around the late 3rd century in the region of Cappadocia, which is now Turkey. His parents were Christians at a time when the Roman Empire often persecuted the followers of Christ. His father was a Roman officer who died for his faith, leaving a deep impression on young George. His mother was from Palestine, who raised him in the Christian faith and returned with him to her homeland after his father's death. As he grew older, he followed his father's footsteps and joined the Roman army. He was also known to be intelligent and disciplined, where he rose through the ranks, and eventually he became a high-ranking officer under the Roman Emperor Diocletian. And at that time, being a soldier meant absolute loyalty to the emperor, who was often seen as a divine figure. However, everything changed when the emperor banned Christianity and would persecute those who resisted. George, who had faithfully served the empire, now faced a defining moment. Instead of hiding his faith, he boldly stood before the emperor and declared that he was a Christian and that he would never bow down to any pagan god. This act of courage shocked the emperor and ordered that George be tortured. According to the accounts of his suffering, he was beaten and was stretched on a wheel of swords. He was also burned and was subjected to various cruel punishments just to renounce his faith, but he endured all the sufferings with remarkable strength, and some stories even say he was miraculously healed after every tortures, which led to many witnesses to convert to Christianity. Despite the pain, he never denied his faith, and his courage inspired others, including some members of the imperial court. Even the emperor's wife, Empress Alexandra, was said to have been moved by George's courage and declared herself a Christian. Finally, realizing that George would never submit, the emperor ordered his execution by beheading, where he died as a martyr around the year 303. After his death, his story spread rapidly across the empire, where he became a symbol of courage, faith, and resistance against evil. Over time, devotion to his name grew, especially during the war in the Middle Ages, where soldiers prayed to him for guidance and strength. And he was one of the most favored saints in several countries in Europe, Africa, and in the Middle East, where many empires invoked his name for protection against invaders. He was also known for the famous story of St. George and the dragon, where in this legendary story he rescued a town from a terrifying dragon by slaying it, symbolizing his triumph of good over evil. Today, some remains of his body are preserved inside the Church of St. George, located in Lodi, Israel. He is also venerated as the patron saint of the military, soldiers, and in many countries, and his feast day is celebrated every 23rd of April. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.